Enola Gay drops the first atomic bomb on the city of Hiroshima, Japan. Little boy explodes with a force equivalent of 12,500 tons of TNT. The bomb killed an estimated 100 to 200,000 people. 3 days later, a bomb with an even bigger payload drops on Nagasaki, Japan.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
A Japanese surprise attack on the U.S. naval base of Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, leaves 2,280 people dead and 1,109 injured. Because of this devastating attack, FDR enters the U.S. into World War II. During this time, multiple scientists, including Albert Einstein, developed the theory of quantum mechanics and how atoms behave. FDR was later warned that Adolf Hitler and the Nazis were creating an atomic weapon, forcing him to contact the scientists responsible for the quantum mechanics theory. To create a bomb of their own, they needed to find a way to create a reaction that would result in a fast-moving neutron colliding with the nucleus of an atom. Unfortunately, the US's efforts were falling behind the Nazis' program. Los Alamos, New Mexico, was chosen as the new headquarters for the Manhattan Project, to congregate all the scientists in one place, rather than spread apart across the entire world. The scientists tested the first plutonium bomb. It was a resounding success. However, their atomic bomb would never be used on Germany, as Adolf Hitler killed himself and Germany surrendered. 16 hours after the first bomb was dropped, President Harry Truman spoke to the nation regarding the attack.
A short time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy. That bomb has more power than 20,000 tons of TNT. The Japanese began the war from the air at Pearl Harbor. They have been repaid many-fold, and the end is not yet.
Japan refused to surrender and regarded the speech as propaganda. The second attack was put in motion. The target was Kokura, Japan, and Fat Man would release 22 kilotons of energy in 1/1,000,000th of a second. When Boxcar reached the intended drop location, cloud cover protected the city of Kokura, bringing the attack to Nagasaki. "31,000 feet above the city, the bomb was dropped. 53 seconds later, a third of the city was decimated, 74,000 people died, and 75,000 people were injured. Luckily, it detonated outside of the city, limiting casualties, but destroying 3 of Nagasaki's largest war factories. These devastating attacks, along with the Soviet Union engaging war on Japan, forced Emperor Hirohito to surrender. 6 total square miles were decimated by the bombings, and hundreds of thousands of innocent lives were ended. So, how could this be seen as a triumph? Well, the end of World War II and prevention of more loss of life was an extreme benefit and the reason for the bombings. Although the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were a triumph for the Allied forces in that it ended World War II by removing Japan from the war, it was ultimately a tragedy as it killed hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians and was an unnecessary show of force.